Questions for Mike? Lynn.
Hey, Mike. With Brady, it seemed like he was, working around traffic from the jump. What did you see with him, just his stuff and how he pitched?
Yeah, just one of those starts just wasn't sharp. I mean, couldn't locate the fastball and had pretty good movement. He runs into that every once in a while, trying to control how much movement. The slider just didn't have that kind of bite to be able to bail him out of tough situations. But he was in a mess every single inning, and you mix that with the heat first time back. I mean, it was a lot.
Annie?
Mike, for your bullpen, they give you 5 1/3 scoreless innings, especially with how much they've worked over the past few days. What does that mean for you guys?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that every one of those guys could have probably used another day today, and they all took the ball and didn't just take it, but they did a great job right down the line. Impressive how these guys are preparing themselves and doing what they need to in between their opportunities to stay sharp and to stay strong. And they kept us there. We had an opportunity to bring that tying run to the plate right there, only because our pen was as good as it was today.
And Whit being able to steal his 33rd stolen base this season, I think it tied the franchise record for most in a season, or most consecutive stolen base attempts without being caught. How much havoc can he make on the bases when he gets on?
Well, we've watched it happen. Whether it's today, it was stolen base and then a balk. We've watched errant throws that have allowed us to score runs, and it's just the kind of player he is, the kind of team that we'd like to be, to always put pressure on. And he actually had that next bag stolen too. He was there, he beat it, and then came off, which is unfortunate, because that's quite an impressive streak with being able to be that effective. And it just talks about, you're not talking about a guy who's in the top 5 fastest in the league in the straight sprint. It's just, it's instincts, it's guts, and it's a lot of homework of picking the right times. And Rusty Kuntz has done an incredible job of helping Whit, and together them figuring out times to where they can have that kind of consistency with stolen base opportunities.
Lynn, back to you.
Mike, talking about Whit and that streak there, I mean, you mentioned like the balk and things like that. When you see that as from the opposing side, I mean, what sort of pressure does that put on when you know that there's a guy who's, stealing at that higher rate and safe at that higher rate? I mean, just what sort of, extra attention to detail, or just, whether it's awareness, or what does that cause for an opposing team?
Well, if you have a pitching staff that doesn't naturally make themselves quick to the plate, you're going to be doing a lot of slide steps. You're always adding to the workload of a pitcher by making them throw over. You're adding to the amount of time that you're keeping a defense on the field on a hot day like today, by having to pay attention to what's going on. And anytime you have your attention distracted, the likelihood of getting your complete focus back to 60 feet, 6 inches away is going to diminish. And so I know it seems like it's something that's not as appreciated in the game these days as it used to be, but to us it is, and it's a weapon that a player like Whit can take advantage of, and it can be a game changer.
Annie, we'll finish up with you.
Mike, with how much emphasis Brady put on throwing the changeup in his rehab starts, were you surprised that he didn't do it much today? Or I know how difficult it can be to do that in a major league game.
You broke up a little. Were you talking about the changeup, Annie?
Yeah. With Brady.
I was hoping to see it a little more, and he's going to have to. I mean, that's just something that he knows. You got to find yourself in some better counts to do that, unless you're going to throw the first pitch, and he was trying not to work behind, knowing that's probably his 3rd best pitch as far as his strike ratio. So it's tough when you're working behind, and he was behind and he was in trouble. Like we said, every single inning, it's hard to go to your 3rd best pitch when you have your back against the wall. We'd like to see Brady be ahead in counts, get quick outs, and then he can start using that in some counts to where they're going to have a better chance to be effective for him.
All right. Questions for Brady?
Hey, Brady. I know you had, those two starts as rehab assignments, but how sharp did you feel coming into this one? And just, do you feel like you were I guess, on top of things as the way you would like to be to come back to the rotation?
Yeah, I've been feeling sharp lately. Obviously took some time off, got healthy and felt really good coming into it, but a lot of things got away from me there, and just continue to work on things really.
You feel like command was just off from the start? I mean, you had those two walks in the first, and felt like just command, or was it just a feel for a certain pitch?
Yeah, I felt really good going out there. Definitely command was off. On the fastball, the slider didn't feel real sharp either. I threw some good ones at times where I needed to, and the changeup, I threw it, but I didn't have much command of it either. So all around struggle with the command, but just continue to. It's one of the things that I need to continue to work on.
The lack of command on the changeup where you sort of shied away from it, just not having a whole lot of confidence in it?
Yeah, definitely could have. I didn't really, like I said, I didn't have really the other two pitches, so I didn't feel like I could, throw that one as well either. So all around, like I said, struggled with all three pitches today.
Annie?
Were you surprised at some of the swings they took on some of those pitches? It seemed like you were able to stay out of the middle of the plate, at least for most of it.
Yeah, I feel like I did throw some good pitches. And like you said, they were able to put some barrel on it and get some hits on it. But I don't think I stayed in the middle of the plate too many times. I'm sure there was a few there that were in the middle, but like I said, I feel like I kind of stayed at the corners. Maybe it wasn't as sharp.
Mike talked a little bit about when you're behind in the count, it's hard to incorporate that changeup in as much as maybe you would like. Is that kind of what you're thinking there as well?
Yeah, it's extremely hard. Like I said, when you don't have the other two pitches going, it's kind of hard to go to your third pitch. I came out here, I wanted to throw it a lot. I feel really comfortable with it. It's something that I've worked on over the past few weeks that, like I said, feel super comfortable with it. I felt like I could throw it, kind of in any count, but when the other two pitches aren't as working as well, it is definitely tough to throw your third best pitch there.
Everybody good? All right. Thank you, Brady. Up with Ryan O'Hearn. Questions for Rhino?
Hey guys.
Lynn?
Hey, Rhino. With the last couple of days, the way you guys seem to have a lot of back and forth and keep responding today, did you sort of have a sense that you guys had another rally in you, or did you sort of have that, that outlook?
Yeah, that's always our outlook. We've heard Skip say it a million times, but we always want to, grind it out, play to the last thing. We've seen multiple times this year when you never know, you're down 2, 3, even 4 runs, and a couple things bounce your way, especially this time of year. It's heating up, the ball's flying better here, and you never know what can happen. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way today.
Pete?
How tough is it to play in this kind of heat? I mean, this is above normal heat.
Yeah, no, it was hot out there without a doubt. There was a little bit of breeze, which was nice, and a little bit of cloud coverage sometimes, but it's hot and it's muggy. And I think, we're used to it. We've played here, all year. And I think that just goes down to taking care of your body, hydrating, make sure you're, doing all that stuff between innings. And, they're playing in it too. It is what it is. I grew up playing in Texas in 110 degrees. I don't necessarily enjoy it, but I don't mind it.
Annie?
Hey Ryan, when you see Whit do what he does on the bases, being able to be successful almost every time he takes off, how much havoc do you think that creates for opposing pitchers and teams?
A lot. I mean, it's incredible to see what him and Rusty do, because Rusty is a guru about stealing bases and base running, and the littlest things the pitcher does with they don't even know what they're doing, and they're making it available for Whit to have a great jump. And I don't know how many bags has he stolen in a row, something ridiculous. That's got to be a record. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's impressive. And we've seen it a few times this series. But he stole second, got to third, and then boom, we get a run. And Rod too, and yeah, that's just another asset of our game, and especially in tight ball games, late in games, that can come up big for us.